Welcome into week number 8 for our haunted video store blanket. Week number 7 has come and gone. That was our halfway mark. So, cheers. We're here now on the other side, going straight to Halloween. Like, this is the best part of the 100 night countdown. And because of that, how I laid this entire pattern out, I wanted to do something fun, totally change it up from what we've been doing so far. So, we've been working up squares. We did the granny spike stitch. This week, we are going to start in the appliques, and I love making appliques. It's just so fun. You can add them to so many different things. For the blanket, we're going to be working 2 of these up, and there is a full-on tutorial. If you don't like following the written pattern, you can go ahead and follow along exactly. I go through the entire process for this tutorial, working the ghost up. We have the cute little scallop bottom here, and then we make the eyes, which we sew on together. So we will need a yarn needle for this one. I mean, we needed it for the entire blanket, but like this part in particular, there's just a lot of ends to weave in. After you work these 2 up, if you want to make more for home decor, or maybe you have a jean jacket that needs a back patch, this would be perfect. Bonus, if you have some glow in the dark yarn, what I'm thinking is maybe some pillowcases. Just do a classic granny square, then work this up with some glow in the dark yarn, sew that on top of it. Over here for my fainting couch, I haven't decided what I wanted to do for the change up yet. Obviously it needed to match the blanket because that's what's going to be down here for my Halloween decor, but having a matching pillow to go with it. Okay, I'm kind of loving that idea. So I might be making a couple more of these. Since we are starting a new week, grab your Halloween binder and print off another one of the weekly planner. For our movies last week, it's really hard for me to choose what was my absolute favorite. I mean, because I'm already doing that, right? I have 100 of my favorite movies. So it's just kind of being like, what is the favorite of my favorites? 2 of them are major standouts for me. Queen of the Damned, it's classic. I have to watch that every single year. I will end up watching it again in October. It's just, you know, the vampire vibes, the color that they use for filming, totally perfect for Halloween. And then Villains, comedy horror. That was one that when I first watched it, I was not expecting to like it that much. It just threw me and I loved it. So now it is one of my favorites that I watch every single year now too. So in the Halloween binder, go to the pattern here. We have the introduction, so all of the supplies and everything, the squares, we've done the granny spike stitch as well. Flip all the way over to the ghost body. So either way, if you want to go ahead and follow along on the pattern here or follow the tutorial, you got a couple of options. We're going to be making the ghost body. We have 2 ghost eyes, obviously, for each one of them. So we'll be making 4 of those in total for this week. And then the ghost mouth, which is on the next page, and the assembly. It seems like a lot, but once you get into it, I mean, the whole thing is basically double crochets, some single crochet and triple crochet for the bottom part of it. Once you make one of them, I feel like you're going to want to make some more too. So 2 of those for the blanket. Now let's set up our entire week for our movies. Monday, we're watching Dead Detectives. Tuesday, Mayhem. Wednesday, Eat Brains Love. Thursday, Who Invited Them? Friday, it's What's Inside. Then Saturday, we have our series Saturday watching Teacup. Sunday, we're moving over to Shudder, watching the Ghoul Log, setting up the day with a little coffee and pumpkins flickering in the background, finishing up the day watching Bloody Axe Wound. There are so many good ones from this week, and even a couple of new ones that I just saw last year, which is kind of wild. It does take a lot to get onto my 100 night countdown list, especially if it's brand new. More often than not, I just have so many really, really good ones that I need to cycle through that many of the new ones don't make it onto there. I'll add it on and watch throughout the week, but actually making it onto my list, that says a lot of things about it. Actually, there's 3 of them. It's What's Inside, which is another one that I was not expecting it to be that good. Like, I thought it was going to be a fun time, but I've rewatched this one many, many times. It's my go-to to throw on in the background. The lighting that they do with it is just spot on. The characters are super fun as well, and the concept behind it is amazing. All around comedy horror gem for me. Teacup, which is our series that we're going to be watching on Saturday. July. This is one that they released one episode each week, and it felt like it drug on. Not in a bad way, but in the way that every single episode was so good and cram-packed with all this information. Where was it going? I was invested in this story. I was there at the moment that they released it for the next week. So hopefully you enjoyed that one. Definitely not a comedy horror. It is more of a sci-fi horror thriller. Super wild when you get into a couple of the episodes. You are invested in the first one, just know, and you haven't watched it yet, obviously, that it's gonna get crazier as it goes along, which is amazing. And then Bloody Axe Wound, kind of a meta horror comedy where what would happen if we had a slasher, lived in the real world, owned a video store, and had a daughter. Total comedy horror vibes right there. Yeah, that should be our entire setup for week number 8 of our crochet along. Thank you for being here with me. I have been having a lot of fun with it. Let me know what you're doing and your setup for this week. How is your planner looking, your scrapbook, and also the movies that you're going to be watching? Let me know if there are different ones in the comments. Shout them out. So for this week, that is it. Have a super spooky rest of your night. Cheers, and I will see you in my next video.